Well, hey there, everyone. Or Hanukkah Sameach. Happy Hanukkah. I've got to get back into my Hebrew immersion class. Oh, yes. Welcome back to Have I Got a Story for You? I'm your narrator, Rita Toomey, or Rita Brooks Toomey if you're feeling formal. And I just want to say a big, huge thank you to everyone for listening to our first season. It's been so much fun recording these stories for you and listening to the voicemails you've sent us. Speaking of, don't forget to submit your own at gotastorypodcast.com. If you're a new listener, hi there! I hope you like stories. Because we're all about stories here. Our podcast, Have I Got a Story for You, is produced by some other story lovers, the good folks at PJ Library and the Harold Grinspoon Foundation. Every month, PJ Library sends free Jewish books, music, and more to kids like you all over the world. To learn more and sign up, visit pjlibrary.org. We've been talking, well, that is, me and Al.
Hey there.
And our PJ Library producer, Alli. Oh, never mind. They don't want to be introduced. They're waving. Off mic, we've been talking about one of the coolest and oldest stories we know. The story of Hanukkah. Nice touch, Al.
Couldn't help myself. Had to do it.
Right. And we thought it would be really fun to share a kid-friendly version of that story here on the podcast. Oh, what's that, Alli? Sorry. Mystery person? Oh, that's right. Afterwards, we're going to learn the Hanukkah blessings, too.
I'm not sure I actually know the story of Hanukkah. In our house growing up, we didn't really do much besides eat donuts with my grandpa and play dreidel.
Well, that's okay. All families have different traditions. Maybe after you learn the story today, you can share it with your family and it can be a new part of your Hanukkah celebration.
Sounds good. I'm rolling if you're ready.
All right, let's go. Once upon a time.
Rita, don't start that way. We never really start that way. This is a special story, but give it a fancy beginning.
A fancy beginning. All right, how about this? Long, long ago, before you were born, before your parents or their parents, or your great-great-great-great-grandparents were born, in the land of Israel, in a city called Jerusalem, there was a beautiful and sacred building, the Holy Temple. The temple contained many beautiful objects, including a tall, golden menorah. Unlike menorahs of today, this one had 7 rather than 9 branches and was lit not by candles or light bulbs, but by oil. Every evening, oil would be poured into the cups that sat on top of the menorah. The whole building would glow with shimmering light. It was stunning.
Wow, I can almost see it.
And the Holy Temple was the most special place on earth for the Jewish people.
Wait, was? Rita, did something happen to it?
Oh, you really don't know this story. Well, yeah, but don't worry, there's a happy ending. Now, let's meet the bad guy, King Antiochus.
That's me. I am the king of Israel. Everyone must do as I say.
Sheesh. Rita, he seems pretty scary. Should we tone him down?
Oh yeah, sure. Antiochus, can you just rein it in?
Oh, yeah, sure. No problem. I'd take it down just a notch or several notches or...
You're at a 10. We need you at like a 4.
Right, got it. It is I, Antiochus, ruler over this land. I declare that Israel belongs to me. Everyone must do as I say. Better?
Much better.
I do not like anyone who is different from me. Take the Jewish people, for example. They read the Torah, celebrate Shabbat, and their God is different from the gods I worship. I do not like it, not one bit.
So what happened?
Well, Antiochus ordered the Jewish people to, well, stop being Jewish.
No more going to temple, no more reading the Torah, and definitely no more mint cheese ice cream.
He ordered his guards to ransack the temple. They brought mud and garbage into the temple. They broke furniture, tore curtains, and smashed the jars of oil that were used to light the menorah.
Can I throw an evil laugh in here?
Sure, just don't overdo it.
So what happened next, Rita? And what does all this have to do with me and my grandpa eating donuts and playing dreidel?
We're getting there. So, jumping ahead, there was a very brave man, a leader among the Jewish people. His name was
Judah Maccabee.
Judah Maccabee, and his followers were known as the Maccabees.
We must think of ways to make Antiochus leave Israel. Surely there must be some other land he can conquer to stop bothering and bullying us.
At first, Judah's followers weren't so sure about his plans. The king was pretty powerful. He had lots of soldiers and, he was in charge. He even had an army of elephants to help him fight.
Friends, if we think very hard and plan carefully, we will be able to defeat Antiochus.
And did they?
Yes. It took a long time, and Judah and his friends had to be very, very clever. But eventually, they drove Antiochus and his army out of Israel.
No!
As soon as Antiochus and his soldiers were gone, the Jewish people hurried to Jerusalem to clean their temple. And, oh, brother, what a mess!
Was it bad?
Oh, it was bad. It was Hammurabi's on half-off bagel burgers day bad. Ooh. The beautiful menorah was gone, and the floor covered in trash, broken furniture, and jagged pieces from the shattered jars of oil. So, the Maccabees built a new menorah. At first, they worried that they would not be able to light it, but they searched and searched until at last they found one tiny jar of oil, enough to give light for just one evening. The Maccabees knew that it would be at least 8 days until they could prepare more oil, but they lit the menorah anyway. To their surprise, this little jar of oil burned for 8 days. First, their small group had chased away the king's large army, and now the tiny jar of oil had lasted for 8 whole days. It was a miracle.
That's awesome! Oh, but wait, Rita, you still haven't told me how this relates to me and my granddad eating donuts.
We're getting there, I promise. So every year, during Hanukkah, Jews light menorahs for 8 days to remember the miracles that happened long, long ago. And many families also enjoy foods fried in oil, like donuts or latkes, to give a nod to that special jar of oil that the Maccabees found.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Oh, and our producer is giving me the wrap it up motion and, what is that? They're bringing something into our studio, Al.
Whoa! It's a tray of jelly donuts, plus an envelope that says from PJ Library.
Oh, open it up.
Oh, hey, check this out. It's an apron and a little book. Like our story, The Missing Ingredient.
Awesome! We can use these when we make latkes later, or when we're doing our missing ingredient listening party. For those of you who have these at home, we'd love to know what you made while wearing them. Don't forget to check out gotastorypodcast.com to learn how to leave us a voicemail or write us an email. And now we're going to say goodbye and thank you one more time.
Oh, you got me on mic. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Alli. I just want to say a very heartfelt thank you from the whole team at PJ Library and Got a Story podcast for making this such a great first season. We're going to take a little bit of a break, but we'll be back in 2020 with new episodes. And now, let's welcome our friend Lori, who is going to share with us how to say the Hanukkah blessings.
Every family has their own way of making Hanukkah special. We're going to teach you the basic Hanukkah blessings. If you're a little rusty on your Hebrew, don't worry. You can say the blessings in English. We'll also have some videos on gotastorypodcast.com. Here is the first blessing in English for Hanukkah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the Hanukkah lights. Here it is in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Let's sing it in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah. Here is a second blessing that we say for Hanukkah. Let's do it in English. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of all, who performed wondrous deeds for our ancestors in days of old at this season. Here it is in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avotenu ve'imotenu, bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Let's sing it in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avotenu ve'imotenu, bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Now this blessing we say on the first night only of Hanukkah. Let's say it in English. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of all, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and brought us to this season. Let's say it in Hebrew now. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Let's sing it in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.